Hi friends, welcome to Srisai IT Hub. In this video of Core Java Programming, today we are going to discuss the following topic: static methods in Java program. So let us start with static methods. Okay, static methods. So first of all, class is a collection of data members and methods. Okay, class is a collection of data members and methods. So we define a class like this: class A followed by, so here we'll take some data members int x comma y void display. Okay, right. So these methods inside a class, okay, are can be two types. Okay, so method is a block of code which is used to perform specific task. Task means work, specific task or work in our program. So method is a block of code which is used to perform specific task in our program. So these methods inside a class can be of two types: static method, non-static method. Okay, so methods inside a class can be static method or non-static methods. Static methods or non-static methods. So the example goes like this: void display. Okay, right. So this is a non-static method. So similarly, we can also take static method. Static void show method. So this is a static method. So static method is defined with the keyword static. So static method is defined with the keyword static. Okay, right. So static keyword should be used before the return type. Okay, so static keyword is used before the return type. So before the return type means here the return type is void. So before void we are using the keyword static. Okay, so this is how we define a static method. Then what is the difference between static method and non-static method? Okay, right. So first, how to access them? Okay, how to access static and non-static methods. Right. So static methods are those methods which are common implementation. Okay, which have common implementation for all the objects of a class. Okay, so they have common implementation. So common implementation means common definition or task or work. Okay, so static methods are those methods which have common implementation, definition, task or work for all the objects of a class. Okay, right. So example, if we take a student class, so in student class, attending classes is a common work for all the students. All the students should attend the classes compulsory. Next, second one, writing exams is also the common task or work or definition for all the students in a particular class, in a particular college. Okay, so static methods are those methods whose implementation is common for all the objects of a class. Then how to access them? Okay, so static methods are accessed directly with class name or object name. So we can access them with class name or object name, two ways. Okay, right. So next, coming to non-static methods. Okay, so let us take B. So non-static methods are those methods which have separate implementation. Okay, separate implementation for all the objects of a class. Okay, so separate implementation for all the objects of a class. So for example, if we take a student class, okay, fine. So in student class, something like writing notes, okay, will be separate for each student of a class. So student can write the notes or not. Student can write the notes in a paper or in a file or in a record or in a notebook. And if possible, student can write a notes directly in their laptop or tablet. Okay, tablet computer. Okay, or some students will be referring the notes directly from the textbooks. So writing notes is a separate task for all the students of student class. So how to access them? So non-static methods are accessed only with object name. Okay, so since they are separate for every object, they are accessed only with object name. Okay, right. So examples goes like this for accessing the static method. Right. So first case, static methods, how to access them. Okay, so let us take class name is something like a dot show method, obj1 dot show. So we can access them with both class name and object name. Similarly, coming to non-static methods. Okay, so non-static methods are accessed only with object of a class because their implementation is separate for every object of a class, like obj1 dot display. So display method is a non-static method. Similarly, obj2 dot display, we can't access them with class name. Okay, so if we take here, display method is a non-static method. It can be accessed with class name, okay, only object name, whereas static method show can be accessed with class name as well as with object name. Right, so one important point here, it goes like this. So inside static method, okay, inside static method we can access only static content of same class directly. Okay, we can access only static content of same class directly. Okay, so non-static content, non-static content means data members and methods. Okay, so non-static content are accessed with only object. Okay, so we have to create the object and access the non-static content of the same class inside static methods of the same class. So similarly, second important point goes like this. Okay, so this is the second one and this is the first one. Right. So inside non-static method, okay, so inside non-static method we can access both static content and non-static content of same class directly. Okay, of the same class directly, because it is a non-static method which is separate for every object of a class. So every object of a class can access static content and non-static content directly. So that these are the two important points which are supposed to be remembered for static methods and non-static methods. Okay, so here let us say that in our class we have something like static int c. Okay, so coming to the methods goes like this. Okay, so this is a non-static method. So inside the non-static method we can access x, y, c. Okay, all are accessed, whereas inside the static methods we can access only c, only static content access. So this is the difference between static method and non-static method. So let us try to implement this in the form of a small program. So program to demo static and non-static methods, okay, in a class. Right, so first let us take class A and then main class static methods example1 dot java. Yeah, dot java is the file extension. Our class name is only till example1. So since this is a main class, we'll write main method here, public static void main string of args. So let us save this program in our working directory. So save it as static methods example1 dot java. Right, so first in class A we'll take non-static content data members x and y and static content data member c. So initially we'll give some default values for this, x10, y20 and c is equals to something like 55. Okay, right, so we'll take one static method and non-static method. So let us take this same example, void display static void show. Right, so non-static method and static method. So inside non-static method we can access x, y, c. So let us access that. System dot out dot println x value plus x. Okay, similarly y value plus y and similarly c value plus c. So here we'll put one message also, something like inside non-static method, right? Okay, we can access x, y, c, right? So let us try to compile this program. We should not get any error. So open the command prompt, go to your working directory, and then compile javac static methods example1 dot java, and then okay. So here we are getting an error, only static content access. Okay, so let us remove this initially. So simply save this and compile it. So no error. Okay, right. So similarly, inside the static method we can access only static content. Okay, so let us try to access all these three and check the error. So inside static method we can access only c. We should get error for xy. Let us check it out. Recompile. So non-static variable x cannot be referenced, cannot be accessed from static method. So show is a static method, we cannot access it here. Similarly, non-static variable y cannot be referenced or accessed from static context. Context means method here. From static method show. So these two are not accessible. If you want to access them, we have to create the object. But it is not required to create the object of a class within the same class. We'll create the object of a class outside the class. Okay. So compile it now, no error. Right. So no error for compilation. Now run it. Will not get any output because we did not write anything inside the main method. So inside the main method, we'll try to access a dot show. Okay, so we can access this. Compile it and run. So inside static method, c value is 55. Okay, right, I'll create an object of a obj is equals to new a, and then using obj I'll access show. So show is a static method. It can be accessed with both class name and object name. Right. So recompile and run. So inside static method using class name, inside static method using object name. So two ways of accessing the static method using class name and object name. Right, now let us try to access obj.display. So we can access the display method with object only because it is a non-static method. Compile and run. So inside non-static method x, y, c, 10, 20 and 55. Now try to access this non-static method with a.display using class name. Will get an error because it is separate for every object of a class, its implementation or definition. So we can access only through object, not with class name. Compile will get the error. So non-static method display cannot be referenced from static context, static method. So main method is also static. So this is a non-static method. It cannot be accessed through class name. Okay. So this is how we are supposed to work with static methods in a Java program. Thank you for watching this video. Do like and share this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel Sri Sai IT Hub. Have a nice day.